Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So I have a little bit of a cold going. So if I sound weird at all, I apologize, but I'm kind of going through it at this point. Um, Also, I have a cough drop in my mouth, so I apologize if you hear me trying to get some more healing remedies off of it. But with all that being said, I definitely have to say this is a ridiculously hype episode of My Hero. Not only for the fact of the animation, but the fact that, again, they're showing us some of My Hero characters are just almost better, if not more detailed. My Hero side characters, anyway, are so well done that they all can pretty much have a spin-off, and it probably work out relatively well. When we look at Bakugo and our Icy Hot, they're not even in these week's episodes, and they're definitely two of the top contenders of, being some of the most popular people within the show, or not only popular, but anticipated and seeing where their overall storylines are going to wind up. But with Millennium this week, man, holy crap, that was crazy. Um, Fighting off these people, not only was he fighting them off, it's not like he was fighting them and they didn't have any advantages over him. They had all of the advantages, which really made me angry after all. Like, after the end of the day, I was just kind of getting angry at how little, um, like, chances he had to fight for real in this situation, seeing how not only did the leader of this organization that we know is pretty ridiculously powerful is going out of his way to not even fight him, right? Like, he's going out of his way to attack the girl so he doesn't have to worry about um, having too much offense or anything really approaching him, because now all of a sudden the hero has to worry about not losing, losing, and he has to worry about this girl that is under attack the whole entire time. So you have that popping off, and then at the same time, you're just kind of left with this thought process of, oh, if this is all happening, that clearly means anybody who kind of pushes forward in the case of everything we've seen so far, um, as soon as we see, you know, uh, Dekun, we know what's kind of about to pop off. When we see someone like Racerhead, all of them, we kind of know what to expect. But when you get newer characters that show up and we have an idea what they can do, but not an idea of how intense they can get or how like in the moment they can be, that's when this show really starts to shine to me. Because if you would tell people that this character might updo Dekun's feat, like fights and stuff like that, I don't know if people would believe you, right? Like, people like, Dekun has the best fights in my hero. My hero. Um, I mean, to be fair, I think everybody's giving it to All Might as best fight so far with how the seasons have been going. And not only that, how completely useless Deku becomes after he actually starts using his abilities. Not so much recently, but how it used to in all the older fights. And it's probably still going to happen, right? I think that's one of my overall criticisms in the case of if they're going to keep Dekun breaking his arms and limbs and all that stuff, then sooner or later when he's not doing that, hopefully there's a dramatic, like, telling tall tale sign that that's happening, right? That is actually what's going on is because he can control this power, because he can push it to its like utmost max at times and not hurt himself, he would be one of the most deadliest heroes to the villains if that were the case. But at this point, he's really just more of a problem to himself than the actual villains at this point, right? Because it sucks to say that Dekun is the main character, but at the same time, he feels more or less like he could start to become a side character if it wasn't for All Might giving him the powers of the symbol of peace, you know. So if it was just a symbol of a hero or a symbol of just some dude and now you're stronger, it might not have been as potent or powerful. But to know that it's from All Might and it's from the guy who straight up saves the day every single day, it kind of goes to show you that Deku has so much to live up to. It's just the show itself understands that he should not be the end all be all of a lot of these situations, which I give credit for the show for doing. It's like Naruto, and like Naruto, Kakashi, Sakura, all of them in their very first mission with each other going against Zabuza. Like imagine if Naruto and Sasuke actually beat Zabuza and the person that was with them. Like if they beat the mirror person and that fool, like outright, like they were the reason why everything went smoothly because the kids won. I don't think the story would have got gained much from that moment, unlike this show where that seems to be their only focus is to make sure these kids do stuff cool, but at the same time they know they're nowhere near a pro. Like that's always the one thing they always kind of irk back to is, oh, I'm not a pro, so I definitely have so much more to learn and to grow and this and that, which to be fair they do, but at the same time they've done stuff that some of these pros haven't even done, let alone probably will ever do in their careers in certain situations. So as a whole, seeing the battle take place and seeing all the quirks that our Linium went against this week was freaking nuts. He went against a guy that made him tell his quirk, so everybody he was fighting understood exactly what his quirk was about because he explained it or at least said something about it to everybody. So they had an understanding of what he could do, so that was already an advantage on their side. Then the simple fact of them having good teamwork. Like, if you have synergy and you can actually, like, cooperate and make things work really well, there's not much really stopping you from going full in and destroying your opponents when you know how good your teammates are and that they got your back. So I'm looking forward to seeing like more teamwork attacks and stuff because we just saw Dekun and Eraserhead, kick and stop someone pretty relatively easily. And then they show you exactly what this show kind of has been always about, and that's safety. Safety for humans by the heroes. And that's even what the League of Villains know so well about the heroes. Regardless of the situation that they found themselves in, about to be crushed by the Yakuza, they knew the heroes were not far behind, and if they keep making this guy give away his position, the heroes might just find them sooner than later and handle the situation without them even needing to be done. But the huge part of them all attacking one person this week, 4 different members fighting one dude and losing practically, not only losing, but then using the human shield, the girl they're trying to save, as their only one way to damage this man, which just kind of goes to show you how ridiculously good he is at what he does. To be jumping back and forth throughout this whole entire fight to then find himself coming back and protecting the girl at the end of the day was so sick. Um, but we have someone bursting through the walls to end the day of the villains, but to be fair, it looks like the villain overhaul has something up his sleeves still to pull out, so we'll see how that turns out. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, evening. I apologize for my sick voice. Something I did really dumb already. Like, I could already been chilling, not talking, relaxing, but I spent over like an hour already talking on these videos, and there was no volume. So I had to make them all over again, and I probably didn't even make the same points I made the first time because my mind's all scrambled from the medications I'm taking for my sickness. So all that being said, take care, have an awesome one. I'm your boy, the Anime G, and I will definitely talk to you as soon as possible. So with that, peace.